Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sarah Lynn Amazing Brown, and this is a slab story. Okay, I just saw the brand new day. Yay! Brand new day is fire. It's a really good Spider-Man story. I liked it a lot and I want to see it again. I am gonna spoil some things because it's so good. You're gonna want to see it again anyways. If you don't want to hear anything about the movie, then maybe you don't want to watch all this video. But I am gonna talk about the movie a little bit because it's important. This movie is a little bit dirty. As we know, when Peter left, he was all alone and he had to start from scratch. So I cried a lot during this movie. I don't know if anybody you know, else felt that way, but I was in tears for a lot of the movie because it was a lot of sad moments, and then they gotcha. But the one thing that I wanted to discuss about the movie that I did not care for as much, and that's the spoiler, is that there's no villain. There's no bad guy. I mean, there is a foe, but the foe becomes the friend you don't know. And I feel like stories need more than that. There needs to be an eternal bad guy. What made Infinity War and Endgame so good? Thanos. What did we have going up into that time? The thought of Thanos, like even when the first thought of him came into the universe in the MCU, it was very scary. He was a haunting fear. He was a haunting stake that we all had in this game. There's no fear. Like the end credit scene, we all stayed and wait for that last little thing. It's after the end credits. Like it's a final. Like there's literally all the seals and everything. The Sony sign. I thought it was nothing, and then we get multiple Spider-Mans popping up. Basically, the multiverse is being enacted. I mean, so that's probably going into where the other movie left off. But I don't know. It just we needed a bad guy. You got a big movie coming up with Doomsday, and we don't know who they're fighting against. We don't know who's coming up bad. We don't have a Thanos. We don't have a Galactus. We don't have any bad guys. There's nobody. There's nobody in the MCU. All the heroes are technically on the outskirts of being bad guys. And the foe in this movie becomes a good guy. And it's like we're always explaining the villain to not be a villain when why? There are villains in this world. There has to be a villain in the story. There has to be an eternal villain that stays a villain, that is not fixable, that gives the hero something to go for. Because when the heroes get to the end and they face the villain and then the villain becomes their friend, what the hell did we just go through that for? I swear it looked like those people were being injured in that first part of the movie. So if those people are all being injured, hurt, traumatized at the least, why isn't this person being held accountable? This person did all this damage that we just saw for an hour and a half, and now they're just fine because they were upset because some shit happened to them? Jeez. Jeez. Where is the moral high ground? No. We need to have someone, if they do all that damage, they have to go in. You can't just do all that and say, oh, well, I was upset. Is that what we're saying that the stories are when we're supposed to be glamorizing heroes in these stories? There is nothing heroic about throwing a temper tantrum that ends up injuring and traumatizing thousands of people. All right? But I did like the movie. That was the only thing I didn't care for. Other than that, oh, I almost, how could I? There was another thing I didn't care for in the movie. Real quick, the politeness. The movie etiquette is down. Nobody is polite in movie theaters anymore. It was so many rude things happening. I saw cell phones, texting, scrolling, all that going on. And then to make it worse, this. Yeah, yeah. So while I was sitting waiting for the end credit scene to come on with the lights fully blaring on, this guy sitting in front of me decides to, well, he already had his feet out, but I just happened to notice since the lights came on and I'm watching the screen waiting for the end credit scene. So I did get up and move because I didn't want to stare in his feet were in my, they were right there. You see, they're right there. I couldn't miss it. That is disgusting. Your bare feet need to stay in your socks and shoes when you're in public. I mean, you could wear sandals and everything, but I must say, Florida has a thing about feet. Boy, they have the most ashy feet I've ever seen in the world. Might cut that out, but never seen so many ashy feet. If you go to the Walmart here, oh my gosh. I just want to say, bag balm works wonders, guys. Anyways, I'm not gonna critique people's feet anymore. That guy looked like he actually had a pedicure. His toenails were shining. That's how I'm really into details, so I could tell that he had some polish on his toes. But yeah, don't take your feet and put them on the seats in front of you in the movie theater. Put your cell phone away. When you're coming in, if you see the screen is playing, it's polite to duck down a little bit. Just, even if you're not ducking down all the way, just a little bit shows respect for the people trying to watch in front of you. When you just stand there like a hulking mad wall and you're while you're trying to find your seat, you're totally being oblivious to the fact that other people came early and on time and already sat in their seat. Just because you came late to the movie and had to get in the concession stand and you knew you were going to order a bunch of food and you came late, if you know you're going to go to the concession stand and order a bunch of stuff, then you need to arrive to the movie on time or early. You cannot be coming late to the movie if you know you're going to order a bunch of food. That's considered rude. That's not polite movie theater etiquette. Okay? I'm not going to be your mom. But be good in the theater and treat people with respect. And go see Brand New Day again. I'm going to go see it again because I have to. I have to see it again. It was dirty. There was something about this movie that was like a dirty movie, and I kept crying. So I need to see it and see if it's going to make me cry the same way or if I was just something emotional going on. But I was crying a lot about this. I mean, it was just so sad seeing him being so forgotten by his friends, alienated all alone. Nobody wants to be alone. Nobody. And I'm happy Peter Parker did reunite. So spoiled. Guys, I don't know. But the next time I come talking to you guys a movie, I'm going to tell you about that scary movie that I saw on Prime. And then I have another movie I'm talking about that I'm really excited about. And there's something coming out in the theaters by Eli Roth. Ooh, I like Thanksgiving Day. It is so much fun. Eli Roth is a great, fun horror filmmaker, and I am excited to see what he's coming up with next. I think it's called Ice Cream Man or something. Yeah. So let's look out for that movie coming out, guys. Have a wonderful day. I don't know where you're at in this world, but wherever you are, find your family, find a friend, see a movie, get some popcorn, pop some corn. I don't know where you're at in this world today, guys, but find a family member, find a friend, find a loved one, get some corn, pop it, and watch a movie with your loved ones. Happy Friday, or whenever you see this video, happy days.